financial accounting paper named F3 previously. So today is just an introduction class on financial accounting. So before we move towards financial accounting, I'm going to give you a basic overview regarding the different types of businesses. So right now we are going to start. Right now we first of all we are going to start with the organization. So first of all, we will learn what is organization. So what is organization? So basically an organization is a place where people work together to achieve a goal. So what is organization? Organization is a place where people work together to achieve a goal. So organization is basically mutual activity, combined effort to achieve a mutual goal. So there are different types of the organization depending upon the goal. So for example, those organizations whose goal is to earn profit, if the goal is to earn profit, that organization is called business or commercial organizations. Commercial organization. So if the goal is profit, that organization is called either business or a commercial organization. On the other hand, if the goal is not to earn profit, if the goal is other than profit, it is called not-for-profit organization. So there are different types of the organization which we will learn in this paper. So before we move forward, why we create organizations? Everybody can do his own business. So why the people form different organizations? So what are the benefits of the organization? So before we move towards different type of the organization, so let's have a very basic discussion regarding different types of the organizations. So for example, what are the benefits? Benefits of organizations. So what are the benefits of different organizations? What are the benefits of a combined activity? So simply, what is organization? Organization is a place of combined activity. So what are the benefit of working together? So sharing is caring. So sharing is the main benefit of the organization. For example, when people will work together, there will be sharing of knowledge within the organization. There will be sharing of different ideas. Sharing of ideas. There may be sharing of expertise, sharing of experience. There is another very, very famous word called synergy. So, whenever we will work together, we will move towards synergy. So, what is synergy? What is synergy? Normally, it is said that 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So 1 plus 1 equal to 3, this is just a phrase. 1 plus 1 equal to 3 means when different people will work together, the output will be more than as compared to their individual output. So normally 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So if two people will work separately, their output will be equal to 2%. But if they will work together, their combined output should be more than 2%. So mutual effort output with the help of a mutual effort is always more than the individual output. So synergy is another benefit of making an organization. So that's why people form different organizations. So if the objective of making an organization is to earn profit, that organization is called business or commercial organization. On the other hand, if if the organization the objective of the organization is not to earn profit, for example, maybe for the welfare of society. If an organization is formed in order to help the general public, in order to help the society, that organization is called not-for-profit organization. So, furthermore, not-for organizations depend upon their control. If a not-for-profit organization is controlled by the government, by the state, that is called a public sector organization. So this is a not-for-profit organization which is controlled by the state, controlled by the government. On the other hand, if the not-for-profit organization is controlled by different private persons, different individuals, that is normally called NGO. So hope so you guys are familiar with the word NGO. So these are normally the charities which are working in different areas for the poor people. So these are the different types of not-for-profit organizations. But our core area in this paper is commercial organizations or profit-making organizations. There are different types. There are different types of profit-making organizations. There are different types of the businesses. Once again, the different types of the businesses depending upon their control. For example, for example, if the business is controlled by only one person, that is called sole trader. If a business is controlled by one person only, that business is called sole trader business. If a business is controlled by more than one individual, then that business is called partnership. On the other hand, there is a third type of business called companies. So we will discuss this type of the business in a while, but first of all, let's discuss sole trader business. So what is sole trader business? Sole trader business is basically a business owned by a single person. Once again, there are different people in this organization. They are working together. They are working as an employees. There is an owner, and there are different employees owned or controlled by this owner. So in the setup of sole trader business, there is an owner and he is controlling different employees. So if the owner is controlling different employees, so there is only one owner, there is only one person who is controlling different employees. So this setup is called sole trader business setup. What about partnership? Students, there is a very interesting discussion regarding the partnership. So, obviously, as far as law is concerned, there is different law for the partnership in every country. But right now, as far as general discussion is concerned, students, there are different types of the partnership. For example, first of all, there is a simple partnership. Simple partnership. So, what is simple partnership? A business in which there are more than one owner and all of the owners have unlimited liability. So now let me explain the concept of unlimited liability. So business controlled by more than one individual, business controlled by more than one individual and all individuals, all owners have unlimited liability. So students, what is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means if the business have many obligations, if the business has to pay large amount of money, first of all, the assets of the business, property of the business will be sold. If if the business has large amount of money, the business has to owe to different individuals. First of all, the property of the business will be sold, everything of the business will be sold, and the business will pay the money to different people. And if the business is unable to pay the money to different people, so remaining amount will be paid personally by the owners by selling their personal assets. So this is the concept of unlimited liability. I'm repeating once again, if the business need to owe money to different individuals, first of all, property of the business will be sold and money will be paid to different people. If the property of the business is insufficient to pay back the money to different individuals, then the owners of the business are responsible for paying the remaining amount by selling their personal property. So this is called unlimited liability. Owner of the business are responsible for paying all of the amount to different individuals, either by selling the property of the business, or if the property of the business don't worth it, then the owner of the business are responsible for paying the amount personally. So this is the concept of unlimited liability. Second one is limited partnership. So what is limited partnership? So it is a type of partnership. This is similar to simple partnership. It is a partnership in which at least one owner on one partner has unlimited liability, while others may have limited liability. So this is called limited partnership. For example, there are three partners in the business. This is business. This is business. So suppose there are three partners in a business, Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C. So there are three partners in the business. These two partners have unlimited liability. Sorry, suppose these two partners have limited liability. And this partner has unlimited liability. So now let's discuss this point over here as well. So what will happen? What will happen if two partners have limited liability? So these two partners have limited liability. So these two partners have invested the money in business and they will pay the amount up to their investment only. So these two partners will not pay any amount by selling their personal assets. So responsibilities or payments by these two partners will be made up to their investment. For example, if these two partners have invested 100,000 pounds in the business, so their responsibility is to pay up to 100,000 pounds. That's it. If the business suffers losses, in that case, their liability will be up to their investment only. They will not pay liabilities by selling their personal assets. On the other hand, as far as Mr. C is concerned, as far as Mr. C is concerned, but as far as Mr. C is concerned, liability of the Mr. C is unlimited. So means Mr. A and Mr. B will pay the liability, will make the payments up to their investment, but all of the remaining payments after Mr. A and Mr. B is the responsibility of Mr. C. So this is the concept of unlimited liability. Mr. A and Mr. B will make payments of the business up to their investment, and the remaining payments, remaining liabilities will be paid by Mr. C. So this is a concept. This is a concept of unlimited liability. Moving forward, third type of business is limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership. So in the limited liability partnership, limited liability partnership is a partnership in which all the partners have limited liability. Partnership in which all partners have limited liability. If the business has payment to make, if the business has suffers losses, in that case, every partner will pay off the losses up to his investment only. He is not going to pay any payments by selling his personal assets. So liability of the owners, obligation of the owners, responsibility of the owners is limited up to their investment only. So if I have invested 100,000 pounds in my business, the maximum amount of payment which I need to make is 100,000 pounds. That's it. So these are the different types of the partnership. One is simple partnership, second one is limited partnership, third one is called limited liability partnership. So there are different types of partnerships. Moving forward, what is company? So the next type of business which we are going to discuss is company. So what is company? Students, company is basically an organization which is controlled by different shareholders. Organization controlled by shareholders. So let me explain the concept of a company. Suppose we have started a business. This is business. So we have divided this business into different parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have divided the business into 5 parts, and every part is worth 100 pounds. Now, we are going to offer different persons the ownership of our business. So we are going to issue basically 5 documents. Every document is called a share, and that share is worth 100 pounds. So initially, we will sell these documents. Every document is called a share. This is a share, this is a share, this is a share, this is a share, this is a share. Share means portion. If an individual will purchase this document, now he will have a share in our business. Now it means he is the owner of the business. For example, there are 5 shares in total. There are 5 shares in total. So means 1 out of 5 means 20%. So every share has weightage of 20%. If an individual purchases a document, means he is going to become 20% owner of the business. So 5 portion is just an example. It can be 1, it can be 10, it could be maybe the number of shares could be 1 million, maybe 1 billion. So it depends upon different situations and size of the business, size of the company. So right now, I'm saying that I have divided my business into five portions as far as ownership is concerned. So I will purchase two shares, if I will purchase two shares, I will be the owner of 40% business. I have the right to take 40% profit of the business. Similarly, if I will purchase three documents, I will be the owner of 60% of the business. So that's why these parts are called shares. So the company will offer ownership of the business to different individuals by offering them shares. So this is a share which is 20%. If one individual will purchase one share, he will become the owner of 20% of the business. So these shares are offered to the general public. If anyone want to purchase these shares, he can purchase and become the owner of the company. Once he will become the owner of the company, after that he's going to have a right in the profitability of the company. So if I will purchase one share, I'm the owner of 20% of the business. So everything which a business will own, I have a share of 20% out of that. So this is the concept of the company. So this company is basically controlled by the owners. Every business is controlled by the owners, and the owners of the companies are called shareholders. And moving forward, what are the different types of the companies? What are the different types of the companies? For example, one is private limited company, private limited company. And second one is public limited company. So, students, there is a market for the shares called stock exchange. Maybe you guys have heard about it. There is a market for the shares normally exists in every country that is called stock exchange. So what is stock exchange? Stock exchange is a market in which different companies will register themselves and the shares of those companies are traded, are sold and purchased in those markets. So stock exchange is basically a market for the shares. We can sell or purchase the shares in that market. So if a company is registered in the stock exchange, that company is called public limited company. It is also called listed company. But on the other hand, if a company is not registered in the stock exchange, it is called private limited company. So there are different conditions, there are different criterias. If a company will satisfy those criterias, only then the company can be registered in the stock.